What's up, guys? Back with me is Super Smallville, Season 6, Episode 11, Justice. Okay, so this episode starts off with Chloe calling Clark about how about how Clark's trying to catch those zoners, but then Chloe's talking to the doctor when someone speeds in, and she takes the doctor, and we learn that speedster is Bart Allen. Yes, Bart Allen is back, and he hasn't been seen since season 4, episode 5. So it's great to have him back, and Bart's back to what he's been doing. Romancing Chloe, even though she has a boyfriend, and Steven, even though he swears he hasn't been Steven, but he even was in Mexico, but Clark doesn't believe it, and he's also got some Conrad. Yeah, Bart is now friends with Oliver, which Oliver is now also friends with Victor Stone, and Victor Stone is also friends with Arthur Curry. Yeah, this episode starts off what I like to call the Smallville Justice League. Yeah. So anyway, this episode is about the Smallville Justice League, and I love it for that. So, but I'm gonna talk about the episode. Okay, so this episode, so Bart's like, oh yeah, I don't thieve anymore, and Chloe, and once, yeah, but when Clark learns that Bart is actually thieving for Oliver's, yeah, he's thieving for Oliver to steal from Luthor Corp, because Luthor Corp has this thing called 3.1, that 3.1 that is is like engineering, is like working on giving human people power, mere freaks of people powers. So he gets kidnapped by Lex, and Lex keeps torturing him, and he's like every time you run, you'll get zapped by this thing. If you don't want to get zapped, you'll have to keep running. So yeah, and I guess Mrs. Kent gave him a bunch of food that gives him a bunch of things. So he keeps spit. So Clark's like Clark's like so so Oliver's like so yeah. So Lois is like, hey, Lois is like, hey, let's go. He's like, hey, I gotta go. She's like, no, you're gonna go to Monte Carlo with me. So yeah, but yeah, but they work to save Bart. But AC Arthur Curry is officially called Aquaman now. So I'm gonna call him Aquaman. And yeah, Clark called Boy Scout. So they they get Chloe to look up Bart's location, and they get Green Arrow, Cyborg, and Aquaman, and Clark's for some reason called Boy Scout, but I'm still going to call him Clark. They get them all to Bart, and even Oliver and Lex, they have a rematch where where in Oliver's mind, Oliver thinks that Lex, yeah, as I said, Oliver thinks that Lex is trying to engineer, like, create superhuman, mere freak people, and yes, so they rescue Bart, and they are able to save Clark from being exposed to mere rocks, and mere rocks, and yeah, mere rock. So yeah, so they go, and they go, and they rescue him. Even Lex and Oliver have a tussle. He's like, you remember, guys? Yeah, and he's like, last time you tried to shoot me. And he's like, yeah, and he's like, yeah, he's like, Yeah, Oliver even attempt to throw an arrow at Lex, but he throws it at like a canister and like Lex go. So yeah, so yeah, so Lionel's Lionel, so yeah, they bring Bart back and they're like, hey, let's make this. Let's have this league with the word Justice in it, meaning Justice League, and also yeah, I really like Lionel now because now you can, I know off topic, but yeah, so Clark's like, hey, they're like, hey, join the team, but he's like, no, I can't until I stop these donors. But they're like, okay, let's go, guys. So Lex is like, hey, all the 33.1 the Ridgeway facility was destroyed, and it said someone looking like Clark Kent, and Lionel sticks up for Clark, protect Clark's secret by saying, wait, no, that couldn't have been Lex. Clark Kent was having dinner with me, and he got a lot of helpings of Martha's food. So good job, Lionel. You're redeeming yourself, and I hope you stick with that, because I hope you stick with that. And so so yeah, and unfortunately, Oliver breaks it off with Lois because he's like he's been doing things so after his parents died, he's been doing things solo until he met Lois, and yeah, unfortunately they break up, which is sad. But Oliver has to be Green Arrow. He can't be Green Arrow and date her. So yeah, pretty good episode. One of the best episodes of the show so far. I really enjoyed this episode. I'm kind of liking Lionel now. I'm kind of liking Lionel now. I don't want him to change his character, but I'm kind of like him now because one, he actually the original Lionel from the past seasons would if he knew Clark's secret, he would have exposed it to its core. But he actually took the fall for Clark. He actually didn't tell Lex his secret. He protected him, which I'm kind of liking. I'm kind of liking how they're changing Lionel's character up. So keep it going, Smallville Raiders. Okay, keep going. Keep it going. Keep Lionel. Like, see, keep, yeah, so, yeah, so, yeah. Yeah, Justice may be one of my best episodes of the show, next to Run and Thirst. It was one of the best episodes. Actually, yeah, next to Run and the other episode. It's one of the best. I really enjoyed this one. I really have. The Smallville Justice League is now formed, but they just need Clark. But unfortunately, he has to stop the Zoners before he can do it. So, maybe he'll join. Maybe he won't. We'll have to see. Come on, Clark. Join Smallville Justice League. We already have it, so come on, join. Okay. So, like, comment, subscribe. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you next Smallville.